Hi everyone, Boomer here in the Dream Giveaway Garage. Happy Monday. We're back here after a great weekend. Chris is out today, so it's going to be just me. And today we're going to be talking about the Camaro ZL1 1LE. We've got about 15 days left now on these two Camaros. We're going to be, what's the last day on these? I know it's 15 days. Is it, well today's
25th?
the
25th?
Yeah, today's the 10th, so the 25th. So you've only got 15 days left to get in on these amazing cars. Of course, the 2020 ZL1 1LE and the 1969 Resto Mod Camaro that's all loaded out as well with a LS1 motor in it and a Tremec T56. So what we had was, we've got a bunch of questions that people have been asking on the Camaro, so the ZL1 1LE. So I was going to go through some of those things and see if we can't answer, and if you got some more questions, throw them at us and we'll see what we can do here. Okay, question number one was, is it street legal? Are you serious? Of course it's street legal. Yes, this is a completely street legal and track ready car, and it's got a lot of cool stuff hiding in here, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Even in California?
Of course it's legal in California. Yes. Yeah. All right, what does the car weigh? Well, a ZL1 weighs 3,853 pounds, okay? A ZL1 1LE weighs 3,778 pounds. It's 75 pounds lighter than a regular ZL1. And there are a few things, and we'll talk about what makes it lighter here in just a couple minutes. Somebody asked, what makes it aerodynamic? Well, the shape of the body makes it aerodynamic. You've got low hood, low laid-back windshield. You're catching air up front, but that air is ducted in certain places. You know, the pointier the nose is and the more laid-back your windshield is, the more aerodynamic your car is going to be, and this one is very, very aerodynamic. All right, somebody asked, what is the top speed? And then what's the top speed with the 720 horsepower upgrade from the Lingenfelter? Well, the top speed on a stock one of these is 198 miles an hour. With the upgrade to from 650 to 640 to 720, you get a couple more miles an hour out of it. The top speed now is 202 miles an hour on the 720 horsepower car. All right, somebody asked, the next question was, are they going to stop making Camaros? The answer to that, we believe, is yes. From everything that we've heard, it looks like 2022 will be the last production year of the Camaro. That's not written in stone anywhere, but from everything that we've heard from Chevrolet, we believe that 2022 will be the last production year of the Camaro. So we'll see if they're going to do something cool next year, maybe to usher the Camaro out. Okay, this is an interesting question. It's a very good question. Somebody asked, is it faster than a heavier Hellcat? Well, this answer has a lot of caveats in it. Okay, and so what I did, I went through, since this ZL1 1LE is a top line car, it is everything you can get on a car to make it go fast in a Camaro. What I did is I went back and I looked at the Hellcat Charger Red Eye, the Hellcat Challenger Red Eye, the GT500 carbon fiber track pack car, and then the ZL1 and the ZL1 1LE. So here's what I'll tell you. All right, the 2020 Charger Hellcat, 2020 Challenger Hellcat will do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and a quarter mile at 10.8 at 131 miles an hour, okay? Their claimed top speed is 203 miles an hour. And here's what I'll tell you about all this. These are factory numbers, all right? And a lot of guys went nuts when they introduced the Demon because no one could get it to go the factory speed with what they quoted it, because basically you had Leah Pruitt out there launching the car with all the Dodge engineers. So you had the best of everything. You had the best driver. You had the best track conditions. You had the best the engineers could do. They were tweaking on it while they were doing it. So take this with a grain of salt as I tell you these. But this is what the manufacturers advertise here. The 2020 Charger Hellcat Red Eye is 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, so a tenth of a second slower. But it says it runs the quarter mile in 10.6 seconds, which is 2/10 of a second faster, which I don't know about that because it is a heavier car. And the the quarter mile speed at 129 miles an hour versus 131. So I think something kind of went wrong there, but who knows? Now, the 2020 GT500 with the carbon fiber track pack, that's the one that's got the carbon fiber wheels that come on it. That is a $20,000 option on that car, yes. And that car does come in at about $96,000. We gave one away here not too long ago. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, okay, with a quarter mile of 11.3 at 131 miles an hour. If you opt not for the carbon fiber track pack, your quarter mile time is 11.5 seconds. All right. Then your Camaro ZL1, standard ZL1, is 0 to 60 in 3.5 with a quarter mile time of 11.5 at about 128. The ZL1 1LE, this car right here, 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and a quarter mile of 11.3 at 130 miles an hour. So they're all really kind of right there together. I mean, they really are. But this is what I will tell you. If you're looking for an all-around great car that does a number of things very, very well, this ZL1 1LE is a car that you have a really hard time beating. It's fast in a straight line. It's wonderful on the track. I love my Dodges. You guys know we love the Dodges here. We love the Hellcats. We love the Chargers. We love the Challengers. But that is not a road course car, and this is. And it will run laps around the Hellcat and the Charger. So hopefully I'm not defending anyone. That's just a fact.
Lexi is with us, so she wants to know if we're getting another Hellcat giveaway.
Lexi, what do you think? What do you think? You think we're gonna let another year go by and not do another Hellcat? I can't tell you when or what or how, but hang on, and I think we'll work something out for you. How about that? All right.
Scott wants to know, is the paint job stock?
On this car, yes, it is. This is called satin gray, or I think it's called satin gray metallic, shadow gray metallic, something like that. So that is the stock color. It's the same color that's sprayed on here. It's just this car was painted in it with a different primer at a different temperature with a different pressure, so they don't look exactly the same. But yeah, this is a beautiful color. Love this color.
Nathan says he did hear that the Camaros might be coming back as an EV model. That'd be interesting.
Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? All right. And then question number 7 was, is the SS better than the ZL1? Ooh. Well, again, it depends on what you want to do with this car. This car is a daily driver. The 1LE would be kind of tough. It's not a real friendly car. Okay, it rides rough. It gets not so good gas mileage, but it does a lot of things well. So is it a better car? Is the SS better, or is the ZL1 better? It all depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to go out and you're going to race, and you're going to run drag events, and you're going to run autocrosses, and you're going to take it out to Sebring, and you're going to take it out to wherever else you're going to take it and run road courses, no, this is one of the best cars for the money that you can get. In fact, I think Car and Driver ranked this number 1 over the GT500 when it comes to all around. So for 2020. All right. Number 8 was, what's the real difference in a ZL1 and a ZL1 1LE? All right, so here we go. This is a bit lengthy, but I'll try to get through it very quickly. First off, the ZL1 1LE package, when you check that little box when you're buying a Camaro and you're going from a ZL1 to a ZL1 1LE, that package is $7,500. All right? What do you get for that $7,500? This is what Chevy says you get. Performance suspension with the DSSV dampeners, red calipers, satin black hood wrap, carbon fiber weave on the weave hood insert, carbon fiber weave rear spoiler, low gloss black outside mirrors, dark tail lamps, front dive planes, unique front splitter, 305, you get the 305 3019s up front and the 325 3019s in the rear. Yes, this does jump. The ZL1, regular ZL1 has 20-inch wheels. The ZL1 1LE has a 19-inch wheel, and it is to reduce weight. You get a fixed rear seat in this car, but I will tell you there is a trick. This seat will go down, but you have to crawl in the back and you have to do it with a screwdriver. The specific ratios for your 6-speed in your manual is different on the ZL1 1LE than it is on the ZL1. So let me do this, okay? So here we go. So what are the real differences, okay? The ZL1's LT4 does breathe better. It has an optimized grille, it has larger openings, and it will take in 106 cubic feet more air per minute than a regular ZL1 front end, okay? The rear wing, claimed by Chevrolet, puts down 300 foot-pounds of downforce, or 300 pounds of downforce at 150 miles an hour, and that carbon fiber wing is really badass. All right, the ZL1 1LE also offers an option. Well, it comes with the ability to change the geometry on the front suspension. Basically, you pull some bolts up here, and you can change your front end geometry up to a negative 3.7 degrees and get a much better camber angle on your front. The shocks on the ZL1 are Canadian supplied by the supplier Multimatic, and they are inverted in the front and enable significant negative camber before the top mounts are flipped to become their track settings. The dampers are not only 23 pounds lighter than the steel-bodied spool dampeners in the Z28s, but they enjoy a broader spectrum than traditional twin-valve dampeners, and they perform better as well. All right. Now here's an interesting one. In place of the traditional bushings on the rear subframe, you normally got that, you've got that polyurethane bushing back there, okay? The ZL1 1LE gets aluminum pucks. There is no rubber or urethane or anything back there. It's an aluminum puck. This gives the rear end sharper response and gives you better feel. And also, the springs are 3 times stiffer than those on a ZL1. And the 1LE uses 19-inch wheels instead of the 20-inchers. That's 3.3 pounds per corner, or 13 pounds overall taken off the car. Here's what we talked about a second ago. The ZL1 1LE's transmission, 6-gear is a little bit shorter. It's a 0.68 to 1, 0.68 to 1 versus a 0.54 to 1 on the regular ZL1. Here's something that, if you knew this, I'll give you a high five. The rear window glass in the ZL1 1LE is 1.2 millimeters thinner than the ZL1's glass, so it's as to avoid or to reduce weight. And the seat doesn't have the fold down mechanism, which also reduces just a little bit of weight. All right, like I said in the beginning, when you total up all the weight saving stuff on this, the glass, the wheels, the fold down, the lighter wheels, some of the suspension pieces, the ZL1 is 75 pounds lighter overall than a 1LE. Or the 1LE is lighter than the ZL1 overall. And here's the big kicker. On Germany's Nürburgring, all right, the ZL1 turned in a lap time of 13.6 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry, turned in a lap time of 7 minutes and 16 seconds, which is 13.6 seconds faster than the ZL1. So there you go. That is a rundown on the Camaro ZL1 1LE. PJ, do we have any other questions out there?
No many questions here. Julie says, wow, really nice. Looks good. Lexi really would rather more Hellcats than Chevy. And Greg says he really needs this in his life. Love both of those cars.
Oh yeah, you can't beat these cars. So, now that we've talked about all that, how do you get in on this? Of course, go to www.dreamgiveaway.com. Make that donation to charity. You're going to be in it to win it. You get both of these beautiful cars. You get the 2020 ZL11LE. You get the 69 Camaro Resto Mod built in a Pro Touring style. We pay $27,000 to pay the taxes on these cars, and then we're going to put both of them in your driveway in time for summer, and you're going to be able to have so much fun, whether you're going to car shows or whether you're going to go race them. And quite frankly, you could race either one of these cars. Yes, this is factory setup as a racer from Chevrolet, both quarter mile and on the track, but so is this little 69. It's got a Detroit Speed front end in it. It's got a Detroit Speed rear end in it. It's got a 4-link in the rear with adjustable panhard bar. It's got adjustable coilovers all the way around. It is a bad car in its own right. So remember, you only got 15 days left. 15 days. Make sure you go over to www.dreamgiveaway.com and get your tickets on this car. PJ, you got anything else?
Nathan says still a Mustang fan over the Camaros, but admire the classics though, and you did a lot of work on that.
Yeah, I did. We talked about this. I don't think we've talked about it in a while. I actually built this car in shop here. I bought this car out of Texas. It did not look like this in any way, shape, or form. This car was completely stripped down all the way to bare body, bare metal. Interior was stripped. Everything else came off of it, and then we started over anew and rebuilt this car the way that I would want my Camaro. So I built this as if I were building a Camaro for myself. This is what I wanted if I was building a 69 Camaro. So I hope you guys like this car. Hope the winner loves this car. We're hoping that the winner is going to be able to come in here too and be able to do a ceremony with us here in the Dream Giveaway Garage so that we can really get in depth on what makes this car tick, because it is amazing.
Young says whoever wins these pairs will be really lucky.
Yeah, yes they will, and they will be. That will be an experience of a lifetime. It is for every single person who wins one of these cars or pairs of cars. All right, folks, that's about all time we got for today. Thanks for giving us your questions. Thanks for doing your write-in questions. I love spending time here with you in the Dream Giveaway Garage. So remember, www.dreamgiveaway.com. Get your entries on these cars now. 15 days left, and I'll see you next time in the Dream Giveaway Garage.